if you're like me, then you might agree that Nintendo just flat out wasn't thinking when they released their Game & Watch Amiibo. So here's the Amiibo. As you can see, it comes with the Amiibo figurine and the NFC chip inside of a Smash stand. And Game & Watch is unique, and I will say this, Nintendo had a great idea going with this. Whereas you could take one pose off and put another one on as you willed. And it comes with 4 different poses that you can just take off and put on at any time, and it'll create a fun little thing that you can just display your Amiibo however you want in one of these 4 poses. The problem is that Nintendo only released one stand with their Game & Watch, so when you have it on display, you have an extra 3 poses that you just don't have anything to do with besides maybe put in a drawer somewhere. Now, you know, you could go out and buy more Game & Watch Amiibos, but until you have 4 stands, but then when you have 4 stands, you're going to have something like 12 extra poses that you won't know what to do with. So, what a lot of people have ended up doing is they have created these custom stands that don't have the NFC chip inside, but still act as nice stands for your extra Game & Watch poses. So let's take the original pose, and before I start, I just want to say I got this off of a shop off of Etsy, and the link will be in the description. This is actually my first time trying to put the figures inside of the stands, and we'll see how they do. So just put it in there. These are, of course, 3D printed, and let me go ahead and show this off. Let me actually compare this with the display stand that actually came with the actual Game & Watch figurine. Each of the custom stands looks like this. As I said, 3D printed, and the model is almost identical to the one from the Smash line. It's not an exact replica, but it's pretty darn close. Of course, there's no NFC chip, like I said, but as far as wanting to display them alongside your Smash Amiibo, this is probably the best way to do it. So let's go ahead and put the original pose back into the included display stand, and now let's try putting another one into the custom one and see what happens. It's a tight fit. It's a very tight fit, but it looks like it will fit with a little bit of extra force. Let me just get it in there, and what'll probably happen is I'll probably just put these in here and then never take them out again. This is such a very tight fit, but it is in there, and now you can oh, there we go. Now it's in there perfectly. Now you can easily display this alongside the actual Game & Watch Amiibo. So I highly recommend these. These are incredibly cheap, but high quality products, and they just fit in perfectly. Even though they don't have the NFC chip, you can still put them in here, and well, it just really makes for a nice thing for people who like to display their Amiibos like I do. As you can see, from a standpoint of just looking at them dead on, there is basically no difference between the custom stands and the included stand. And if I go up and look at it from above, you might be able to tell the difference, but it's the camera really doesn't seem to show much of a difference. The only difference I can see is if I look at it dead on, and even then, the only difference is basically a minor color. So anyway, this is just a quick video I made showing off these custom Game & Watch stands. I'm looking forward to putting these on my shelf and showing them off. And let's go ahead and drop this so it looks a little better. There we go. It just looks really, really nice. I'm very happy to the person who made these and made them so cheap too. I think it's like $10 shipped for all 3. And considering that they don't actually have the NFC chip in them, they're custom made stands. That's very much worth the price in my opinion. So anyway, I just love how they all turned out, and that's basically it for this video. Like I said, I will have a link to the Etsy shop in the description. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thanks very much for watching, and stay tuned for more.